As you guys may or may not know, I've been dealing with knee pain, specifically patellar tendonitis, for about 3 months, from November 2022 to the beginning of January. This is pain in the tendon just under the kneecap and was caused by the way I landed during a jump session. Back in November, my landings were super stiff and basically gave all the shock from the landing to my knees. I've been landing like that the whole time I've been doing jump training, and I guess I only felt it now because I was jumping higher and more often, so it probably just caught up to me. So once I felt this knee pain, what did I do? Did I continue my jump session? No, I stopped it early, and that's what you're supposed to do if you have knee pain. Never fight through an injury, especially if it's a tendon injury, because if you do, I promise you're gonna regret it the next day. Since the pain wasn't going away, I had to change up my routine. What I did was replace my plyo days and my explosive leg days and jump days with days specifically for knee strengthening. I experimented with a lot of different knee exercises, which all helped a good amount, but not nearly as much as this routine helped right here. The start of my workout, I started out small by doing isometrics, which definitely helped right away. Holding these leg extension isos for 45 seconds for 3 sets were one of my favorite things to do. I did that every day, even on upper body days and rest days, every single day. That's really what's going to build your knee strength and your tendon strength. After that and a good enough warm-up, my first exercise are ATG slow squats, focusing on depth and slowly moving down and slowly moving up. I made sure that the weight was heavy enough so that 3 to 4 reps were the most I could do. If your knee pain is really bad, start with body weight squats only. If that's still too painful, I would say to stick to isometrics and slowly build up from there. Honestly though, these slow squats are probably the best exercise that helped with my knee pain, and you want to move slow with these. This is what's going to get you stronger in the eccentric phase, which is what athletes want, especially jumping athletes. During a jump, being strong in the eccentric portion is going to help with transferring horizontal momentum into vertical momentum a lot faster. After doing these heavy slow squats, I swear my knees felt invincible. Next, I got Nordic hamstring curls, 4 sets of 5 reps. Wait, this isn't a knee strengthening exercise. What the fuck? Listen, one of the main reasons we have knee injuries is because we're overcompensating for deficiencies in other muscle groups. If we were weak in the hips or the ankles, then the knees would be getting more of the load, which should be going to the hips and ankles. For example, for my stiff landings, I was not bending my hips at all, so some of the shock that should be going through my hips are going to my knees. Nordics helps with the eccentric strength of the posterior chain, which is what we want, remember? And also works all 3 muscles of the hamstring. This would not only make your hamstrings generally stronger, but will reduce a risk of any hamstring injuries too. If you don't want to do these, you can also replace these with single leg RDLs, which are another great posterior chain exercise, and also help with my knee pain too. Next, I got ATG split squats, 4 sets of 5 reps on each leg. Going this deep on the split squat is going to put more load on the tendons, which in turn will strengthen them. For these, you want to go down slowly and go up slowly, just like the squats in the beginning. This will strengthen your quads and the eccentric portion. Are you noticing a pattern? Eccentrics are really good for tendon health and are also good for building athleticism. Start with assisted ones where you're holding onto a bench and start increasing the intensity from there. Next are reverse Nordics, 4 sets of 5 reps. This is another exercise that works on the eccentric strength of the quads. This one's a really hard one to do, so you can try doing these alternatives to build it up, going from assisted to having the hip hinge and slowly moving towards doing them without assistance and with a neutral back and hip. And lastly, I got depth landings, 4 sets of 5 reps. I'm jumping from an elevated platform and I'm absorbing the impact once I land. This is more tailored for myself since my landings are what started my knee pain in the first place. So I wanted to get used to landing properly and distributing the force to my hips and ankles as well as my knees. Also, depth landings are a great eccentric focused exercise too, since you want to be decelerating your body from the drop. And yeah, that's the full routine that helped the most with my knee pain. I also do want to note that if you do feel pain during any of these exercises, stop it immediately. That just means the load is too much for you and you need to dial it back to something small, like isometrics. I also do like doing these Pelican step downs, 4 sets of 5 reps on each leg, so you could replace the depth landings with these. But for me personally, I like doing the depth landings and I found that they help me more. I did this workout twice a week and did isometrics every day. Also during active recovery, which was once a week, I would walk backwards on the treadmill on incline for about 3 minutes on a regular walking pace. I cut out all plyos and jump sessions and built up to jumping maximally again. Also, what you want to do is slowly build up to low intensity plyometrics like skipping rope or pogo jumps. You just want to build up to jumping maximally again. I did this workout for about a month and eventually my knees got stronger and my pain lowered. One of the biggest mistakes I made when I was rehabbing from patellar tendonitis was focusing too much on my knees. That might sound weird, right? Wouldn't I want to put more focus on my knees if I have knee pain? If you're doing plyometrics or explosive leg work, you might want to change up up your exercises to exercises that should obviously strengthen your knee, right? But you also want to make sure you're working out the other muscle groups too. For the first month and a half of having knee pain, I only did knee dominant exercises and not enough hip and ankle exercises, and my knee pain was not going away. You want to strengthen the other muscles like the hamstrings, the glutes, and the calves, just in case there are any deficiencies in them, so that they can work with your knee in landing, jumping, etc. Just so you're not putting more stress on the knee. You want to be able to distribute the shock through all your joints, all the stress through all your joints, and so your knee is not overcompensating or anything. Try this routine out if you have knee pain. Obviously, slowly build up if your knee pain is really bad, and let me know how it is. Bye.